Isana de hola hek so hura huda hegunara. Inara jisuriana amen. Women, I am Santa. You called my father Natas. You called me Satan. You called my father Satan. You called me Santan. A santan is a symbol of food. Food for the beings that you cannot see. Have you tried the water from the santan? It's sweet, humans. It is the food of the beings, of the flies, of the butterflies. You know, it is the food of the butterflies. The santan is a sweet nectar. It's a sweet nectar which is I have tasted, humans. You know, like in the morning, every morning when you have that in your garden, and then you take one a little bit. It's also a meaning of life, humans. Life, because with just one flower is already a life for a fly. You know, humans, already a life for a fly, which is fly is what you called butterflies, humans. Cocoon, we call them cocoon. You know, humans, we call the butterflies cocoons because butterflies means adultery. Butterflies, like you humans, from one to the other, from the other to the others. You know? Like fornications, Bible study, you call the graveyards. You know, it's like that, humans. And santan flowers, which you see in my other record, down in the bottom below, which is, it means, Santa. I'm a Santa, which is in other lango or Yukon language, it's called saints. In Tagalog, Santa means saints. Saints is a giver. Life is a symbol of when I was Yeshua, humans. This is the jigsaw. That is why you called me Lord, which means Lord is word. A jigsaw. As in heaven, humans, this is what I do. While I'm on the top of my mountains, which is I'm surrounded by lights, I was hidden. This is the reason why my ankle, there's a story, humans, that you do not know. This is why I'm the one who come in this end to waken you up, because this is what it was. They should not translate anything as it should have been my time to speak. A reason why no angels have spoken about this. As when it's time, you called, I make things beautiful when it's time. But any of you could not wait. They translate things as it is. Women, when you are called, you should not sell a thing. Like changing someone else's mind to a thing that isn't, you know, like what you did. Manekelihim. It's my father hates it. It's my father hates it. That you have sold how to become a wife of my Dilahara. Woman, I just made you a mud. I breathed on you and let you fly. And in this end, I called you to see what you have learned. Instead, you sold Still, I tried, but they cannot have it, you must. Once you're called, You should not sell anything, as the Son of Man is starving itself, which is living through the views you called ads. You know, humans? And I'm not doing this for myself, humans. What I'm doing is not for me, but for the hungers, the thirsty. Who is thirsty, humans? The thirsty is those who are physically needed help, you know. This is what I do them for. Those who are thirsty physically, who needs. And for those who are thirsty spiritually. For me to straighten the facts that you were made, that you were taught. This is what I'm doing, humans. I'm sitting in the corner, even I'm starving and having no sleep. I am feeding both the thirsty and the thirsty. Thirsty and the thirsty. There's many so that humans. Thrist and thristy. The thirst, which is to us humans, it's the same. Because it's T on the end of the TY, which is thank you. This is why I say, every meaning, every word has its meaning. And the other one is thirsty, is those who need food. You know, humans? Food and physical, mentally, and spiritually. While the thirst is those who need the child's you called water. To us humans, water means child. Why child? Because when you were born, you were in the middle of the water. And in this end, you will be born on the water of fires. You know, humans, that is still being pure. You know, I forbid to say that, the rest of that in there. Because I have, there's many things humans that we have done. And I have pulled the 10 family. You know, humans, this is a final. You know, this is why I could not say, because it's my father. You know, don't say anything to anyone. Because in the beginning, you are. You know, humans, I become you. For you to be washed away from the sins of the world, for us to pick you up, for you to be called the people of my Papa. The 10 family is this. I told you in my other record that in the spirit realms, Father tests a woman before it becomes flesh. It always happens in the spirits. In the spirits, humans. Father tests a woman to feed me and my child. You called sister. Why I called her child? Because I look after her. You know, humans? And the woman give us her rice. Give us her rice. And in this end, she did the same. Which is, the spirit realms they were the 10 tribes. Which in this end, the 10 family had treated me so well and trusted me everything. Though, when I was living as normal being, they treat me as one of them. You know, humans? I was a sales lady before I become a fixer of the devices, until I become entrepreneur, until I become preacher. You know, humans? All that I've been through is a test. 5 missions I did in this end. First, to the 6th angel. First is when I wake up. Father said, first when I wake up. And second, third, this is how we do humans. 1st, 3rd, 5th. You know, like 2, always 2. We always have in between. In your lingo, it says first, I have done where my Father sent me to save the sixth angel, and second is where He sent me to save the family of Tans, who have fed me and my child when I was a spirit, which is in this end the other Tan tribe, the Lauchus lovers. This is Lauchus lover humans. She gave me her rice. Lauchu lovers humans as those who had the sandust. Sandust. As Lauchu was father. You know, humans? Lauchu was father. And the family of Tans where I have worked always have. They have him into the top, humans. They have him into the top. Atar. We call that atar because I am a tabernacle. He is altar, father is altar. You know, athar, meaning to say he is the divinations. Divinations, which is to us, it's called devilish. You know, like Lauchu, how Lauchu is green, the way when you smile green, like that. Grin. He just like to test the world, humans. This is what my dad does, to test. This is how he become Lao Chu. This is how I become San Chu. And then this end, I become the war, the art of war. This is all about humans' art of war. Everything we have to do in spirit and to realms until it becomes flesh. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father means world, and spirit means S-O-N, and realms means S-U-N. Do you get that, humans? This is all for me to become to learn how to play the art war in this end, to honor my dada. Who's dada? My sister, humans. My sisters, my sister, and two, for her to honor my mom, and for my mom to honor my ya, and my ya to honor my father. That is how we do, humans. That is what the world is. From one to the other, passed on, passed down. You know? It's like you when you say your mate and then you shake the hands. To us humans, when you shake the hands, it says, it's your turn. You know, humans? That is when I become you call me Satan, humans. When I was Santan. Santan is the symbol of a flower, a giver of life. A giver of life, as Santan is nectar in the flowers, which is called waters. And it's a sweet water from the moist. It's from the moist, humans. That is why flowers is around there, for the souls to drink, for the souls. You know, humans. This is what is everything is in the world. As you are not the only in this. We are spirits that throughout incarnations we need to drink for us to, you died like this, humans. When you're one of your spirit gone, you go to the other. This is how I say your days are numbers. Why? Because I see how many left within. Once it's gone, I'll give you, because I am the one who can make more. You know, humans, if you knew the mystery of all this, you won't treat me as your enemy, because once you do, I'll destroy you, humans. Still, because humans, I've been trying to fix you throughout lifetimes for the love that's been lost in your hearts. I'm re-inking it for you to get closer to me, that even what you hear from me through my voice of how as I deliver it, You stay as deliverance. That is the meaning of deliverance, humans. The way I deliver my words, still you sit and stay and listen. That is how you become closer to me, humans. In the war, you won't learn to love one another without fighting the other. Because when you keep fighting each and day, you called everyday, humans. I'm everyday. Each and day, which is to you is everyday. It's boring, humans. It is boring, and you won't learn to love one another without. This is the reason also why when I said I didn't come to the world for peace, for you to fight one another, because that is when you love each other. Through sickness and in health is the meaning of fight, war, love. Through sickness and in health, meaning no matter what happens, you stay together. Humans, because that is where love found. Not, it's love. Love is found, but it's you that needs to suffer, acceptance, deliverance for the love to stay. Because when you stay and try so hard as being your Calvary, it's Calvary. You cannot call that crucifixions. It's Calvary, as it's nothing to what you call crucifixion. Humans? Which is crucifixions means stigmata. Stigmata is the symbol of when the body was. Humans? Nail on the hands, on my hands, nail on my feet. That is crucified, humans. But what you're going through is a Calvary. You stay no matter how hard life is, not leaving one another. That is how love found. You will miss each other when you leave one another after fighting throughout the years. Remember that, humans. You'll fight no matter how much you fight, you'll miss each other once you are not with each other. That is why that is the war is given to you, humans. A reason when I said, didn't come to the world for peace, as that is how you'll find love. Humans, to try hard, sickness and in health. That is the meaning of that, humans. In sickness and in health. That is unconditional love as humans. Not because you fight in a little thing and then this happens to you, next day you want to go. Humans, it isn't. Because love is found unconditional if you stay and if one give you a bread, you'll give him, like there's a parable of that too. When I said, would you give your child a snake when it's asked for a bread? That is the meaning of that to humans. You stay. When he gave you a cold water, give him a warm water, meaning fire, love. That is how things found, humans. Not because you want to be a boss. That doesn't work that way, humans. It doesn't work that way. You have to balance for you not to trip. You understand, humans? This is the meaning of. Don't give your partner a fish when he asks you for a milk. Give him what it's asked. Love. Humans? Because love means endurance. Not falling to one another just because you didn't like what he told you. You didn't like what he did. The next day you're gone. No, humans, it isn't work that way. Because love means unconditional and also means endurance forever. That is love as humans. You know? Love is, that is what it means. Through thick and thin. Hisara, niktaulay hakunaras ha, tunay susanilan munay unani amin.